Alright, so starting off first here is a 1907 Liberty Head V-Nickel. Also known as V-Nickels, Liberty Head Nickels, whatever you want to call them. 1907 here. Now this coin is only graded at a VG10, very good 10. So the coin grading scale goes up to 70. This is definitely on the low end, meaning that it is not in the best condition. However, the coin does have a mint error. It's got a broad strike error. It's been broad struck. And it is graded by Annex. This coin here sold for around $70. Can't beat that. Now here is a 1907. Again, this one is graded at an extra fine 45. Not a great grade, but it does have that clipped error, which we see here on the left side of the coin. Now you can look for clipped coins, you know, on not just V-Nickels, on all kinds of different coins. Lincoln cents, nickels, all those coins. So some of the clips can be a lot larger than this. You could have multiple clips. You could have much smaller clips than this. So always be on the lookout for those as well. This coin here sold for around $60. Speaking of multiple clips, here is a double curved clip, 1907. Now this coin is in much better condition. It is graded at a mint state 63. So that's where a lot of the value will come in as well. It is graded by NGC, and this coin sold for over $550. Now here's a very awesome type of mint error. The coin has been double struck with the second strike being off center. So obviously this error kind of speaks for itself. Very extreme type of mint error, graded by PCGS at an AU50, about uncirculated 50, and this V-Nickel sold for over $900. Now if you really want to look at some expensive V-Nickels, here's a good example of that. Graded by PCGS at a mint state 67. So if you have one of these coins that are like flawless like this coin, you definitely want to have it authenticated and graded by a coin grading company. This coin here sold for over $13,000. All of its value is coming from the condition, the grade of the coin. So if this coin was all worn down and scratched up and beat up and you could barely even read the date, it's not worth grading. But something like this is super, super rare and valuable because there's not going to be many of them out there in this condition or better. Now here is a 1907 lamination error. Again, laminations look different on all kinds of different coins. You can look for them on pennies, nickels, dimes, all that stuff, not just V-Nickels. So this coin here sold for around $38. So, you know, nothing valuable, but you know what? 38 bucks, I would definitely add this to my collection. It does have a very low grade of a fine 12, but such a cool coin. Can't beat it for, you know, 40 bucks. Here's a 1907, so here's a good coin to compare it to. We looked at that mint state 67 grade. This is at an AU55. Still a decent grade, but it's not that high mint state grade where there's only going to be a few of them that exist. This coin here sold for around $60. Big difference there in prices between an AU55 and a mint state 67. You got 60 bucks or $13,000. Even though the coin, you know, looks like it's in very good condition, you know, it's all about that grade. It's all about what the coin grades at. Now here is a 1907 that was struck 20% off center. Again, you can look for off center errors on all kinds of different coins. I talk about those in my other videos on pennies and other coins as well. This specific coin here sold for around $1,500. That is a nice chunk of change for a V-Nickel. Now here's another example of an off-center, a little bit different, struck 25% off-center, and this coin here is graded at a mint state 65, so that will give it a lot of value as well. This coin here sold for over $2,700, so nearly a $3,000 coin. Now here's an even more expensive coin, the 1907 V-Nickel that was actually struck on a 1-cent planchet. So during this time, of course, they were producing the Indian head cent in 1907. So this design would have been struck here on an Indian head 1-cent planchet, which is just amazing. Of course, we've looked at, you know, Jefferson nickels that have been struck on Lincoln cents. In this case, it's a Liberty head nickel that was struck on an Indian head cent. So this coin here sold for over $5,000. Man, $5,000. Now here's another 1907 Liberty Head V-Nickel. Now this coin here is graded at a proof 67. So, you know, something like this is going to be super, super rare to have in this condition, to even have a 1907 proof. This coin here sold for over $8,000. 8 grand. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.